A few months ago, a guy called Austin emailed me. He is the co-founder of an app called Sana AI, which is an AI system built specifically for people with ADHD. So, kind of a perfect fit for the channel. He offered me 2 months free on their standard plan as a chance for me to try it out and see if it actually helped me at all, and to then make a review video on it, which is what I'm doing now. But the irony of it is that was back in May. It's now August. I got given free access to an app designed to help me stop forgetting things, and I kept forgetting to use it, which is the most ADHD thing I've done for a while.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
So this isn't going to be like a standard review video. I'm just going to be completely honest about my experience using Sana over the past 3 months. And hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will know whether or not it's worth you using. So let me start by saying that I do get sent a lot of emails for collaborations. I get sent a few emails every day from different companies asking if I want to try their AI tools or, work together and stuff like that. And if I'm being completely honest, most of them, like genuinely the majority of the emails that I get from those companies, they're all generic, standard copy and paste emails. Some of them don't even address me by name.
When people get too chummy with me, I like to call them by the wrong name to let them know I don't really care about them.
It was one of the rare few emails I've been sent from an actual person who has obviously taken the time to check out my channel and realized that the product that they've made would actually be a really good fit for my channel and my audience. For those of you that don't know what Sana is, it is an AI app specifically designed for people with ADHD. It was built by people with ADHD for people with ADHD. Everything I'm about to say about how I've actually used this in my day-to-day life, that came from the journaling system that I've built with Claude. If you want that system, it is completely free. I've got a link down below in the description. Hopefully that will help you guys out. All right, so let's talk about the good stuff, because Sana AI has actually been super helpful for me when I have used it, when I've remembered to use it. It's fast. It's very fast. It usually takes under a minute to process everything that I type or talk to it, and then gives me a answer straight away. There is a button you can toggle on for fast mode, but I haven't needed to do that. It also answers everything in bullet points by default, and it highlights the important parts in bold. That sounds like just a very small thing, but it makes it so much easier for me to just quickly read back everything that is given me. I can skim read the important parts and kind of get the gist of the answer that is given me, which is really helpful when I need to use it to help me plan out the rest of my day. Because when I feel like I don't have enough time, sitting here spending 10 minutes reading an answer that an AI gives me, it just puts pressure on me. I just feel like I'm falling even further behind when I've still got so much to do. Context documents. I didn't realize you can actually upload documents and stuff to Sana. So obviously the big problem with using any new AI tool is that it doesn't have the context it needs about me, my goals, my YouTube channel. So what I done is I used Claude to create a context document about me. It basically just tells any other AI tool who I am, what my goals are, who my target audience is, what my content's about, everything it would need to know. I uploaded that document to Sana along with a few other documents about my YouTube channel. So now every time that I use Sana, it's got all of the context it needs about me. And it also mentions when it references those context documents, so I know when it's analyzed those documents and it's used them to provide an answer to me, which is quite helpful. This I really liked. So sometimes when I ask it to give me a plan for the day, or I'm just kind of rambling, it will give me an answer, but then at the end of that answer, it will give me like an options list of next steps. So it will come up with the best suggested next actions, and I can literally just click and select the option that makes the most sense. This was something I was not expecting, but it's actually quite helpful. It's gotten to the point where it kind of knows that I try and over optimize things. So it now gives me a good enough checklist. So when I have 5 different things to do in the afternoon and everything feels super urgent, it will break it down into a good enough checklist to stop me spiraling into perfectionism and spending like 3 hours decluttering the house when really I don't have enough time to do everything I want to, and a good enough checklist just makes sure I can actually take some steps to getting the stuff done without just falling into this perfectionism trap that I usually do.
It's a trap!
Alright, so that's the good stuff, but I wanted to make an honest review video, so we need to talk about just a few issues that I've noticed when I was using it. So for some reason, there seems to be a character limit around 2048 characters on how much you can send in one message. That was quite unexpected considering I was on the highest pay plan that they had available and I didn't see it mention a character limit anywhere. That was really quite frustrating for me because my workflow is I will open up Whisperflow, I will ramble into this microphone because I've got so many thoughts swirling around up here, and then I need help analyzing everything and kind of organizing my thoughts. I can't do that with Sana because of the character limit. With Claude, it's fine, it's like unlimited, but with Sana, I would either have to limit how much I speak or type, or use Claude to break everything down to fit the character limit, which isn't ideal. I just found it quite frustrating because specifically for people with ADHD, rambling is kind of a process that we rely on quite a lot, especially when I'm using AI tools, right? I find that talking is a lot easier for me than typing. Firstly, it's way quicker, and secondly, it allows me to talk naturally as I would in my YouTube videos, so that all of the chats and everything I use the AI for have my actual tone of voice as well. But obviously the most important point is it allows me to get all of the thoughts that's swirling around up here onto something I can actually see, and Sana's character limit kind of defeats the whole point of trying to help with that part of ADHD. And to be fair, I don't know if that's just a bug or something that they are looking into. And the other problem, which to be fair isn't Sana's fault, it's just I try and use as few tools as possible in my workflow for my YouTube stuff, just because I know if I've got 10 different AI tools I'm using for one job, it just feels completely overwhelming and I end up paying for subscriptions that I don't actually need.
Shut up and take my money!
Obviously, it's another AI tool to add to your list of AI tools when there are thousands of them out there. And for me personally, I try and simplify things as much as possible. And I know most of you watching this video are going to be asking the exact same question as I would, which is, why would I use another AI tool when Claude does almost everything for me? And it's a fair point. You know, Claude is a very powerful tool and I found a way to use it in my everyday life. But to be fair, I haven't used Sana as much as I would have liked to over the past 3 months. And I feel like there is a specific use case for it. I think it could be great at becoming my kind of everyday planner. So Claude's great for like the bigger picture stuff, but the everyday stuff, knowing what I'm doing hour by hour and just having that instant feedback loop to make sure that I stay on track. I think there's a real possibility of Sana fitting that slot in my daily life. Basically, there was one time within the past 3 months where it genuinely became a bit of a lifesaver for me. This was on a Sunday. We had been out shopping all morning, so we went to the local town. We got home about 2 o'clock and I just had so much on my to-do list and everything felt super urgent and I was really stressed out, right? So I thought it would be a good chance for me to compare Claude with Sana because, as you know, Claude is like my go-to AI assistant. So I literally opened Whisperflow. I just rambled into it. I told it how busy the morning had been, what I had left to do, and why I was feeling so stressed out. I copied and pasted that from Claude into Sana. I ran them both at the same time. Claude came back with a really helpful response, but I'm not going to lie, it was a bit wordy and it made me feel a bit more overwhelmed than it maybe should have. Sana, on the other hand, made it so simple for me to see exactly what I need to do in a step-by-step order. It basically organized and prioritized everything that I needed to get done in the afternoon, but it also gave me honest feedback about what I could and could not accomplish in the time I had left in the day. I think that was quite important as well because it reframed my mindset about how much I could actually get done. And that helps me not feel as guilty when I haven't got everything done off my to-do list, which does happen quite a lot. So the big question is, should you spend your time trying saying AI and potentially using it as part of your daily life? Honestly, I would say yes, but that's based on the fact that I haven't really had a chance to try it that much over the past 3 months. So I guess I kind of wanted to make this like a first look video just to give my honest first impressions about it. I know most review videos out there are a lot more organized than this one, so I do apologize. I know this video probably feels a bit chaotic, but I wanted to do it from the point of view of a person with ADHD whose life does feel a bit chaotic at the moment, because that's kind of the whole point, right? You want honest feedback about things that people use, and hopefully I've done a good enough job of being completely transparent with you in this video. So I would say it's definitely worth using. I'd say start on the free plan. Obviously, don't just throw your money at something before you know if it even works for you.
Shut up and take my money.
And then if you do find it helpful and you find that you are using it on a daily basis, or you're using it more than I have over the past 3 months, then I would recommend, just trying the standard plan. I don't think there's a lot of AI tools out there specifically designed for people with ADHD, let alone AI tools that are actually good and actually helpful in some way for ADHD brains. But I feel like this is one of the rare few that actually is. So if you want to try it out for yourself, I will leave a link down below in the description. But I'd say if you have ADHD and you like using AI tools to try and help you, then it is definitely worth a try. And guys, if you're interested in the Claude journaling system that I mentioned earlier, then check out this video next where I walk you through my step-by-step process for it.